So purchase scrap vehicles inward. Here automobile scrap vehicles inward and transaction date of that seller type. Individual for any vehicles received from the individuals, we have to select individuals. In case of private limited companies, we have to select private limited. And in case of central government or government bodies, we can select central government like that. So on selection of central government or private limited, that is other than individuals, here it will ask for the seller or supplier account code or account name. These details will create in supplier's masters. So on selection of the seller or supplier, address and PAN details will be populated here. In case of individual, we have to enter all the details manually. So first we will see for individual. Select individual. Any reference is there, we can enter it here. Reference date and tax type. GST in the sense within the state, IGST out of state. So here tax percentage. If the individual is having GST number, we can enter the tax percentage and tax number so that the tax will be calculated accordingly. Usually for companies only we will calculate GSTs because they are having GST numbers. If individual is having GST number, we can go through individual GST number. So here on selection of supplier, the GST number will be populated here from the masters. Here, for example, for per kg 40 rupees. So after filling the data, so registration number, fuel type, chassis number, engine number, and after filling everything here we will create enter unladen weight as per the RC. So as per the RC 1165 kg is there one car, and here estimated weight we are calculating 800 kg. So this is the reduction percentage. Or else you can enter the reduction percentage so that we will get the estimated weight. So both ways we can calculate. So 800. So 800 into 40,000 is 32,000 is the base value. Here we mentioned tax percentage of 18. So this is the tax amount. So total amount to be paid is 37,760. That is base amount plus tax amount. In case of reverse charge tax mechanism, just we will click this. So in reverse charge tax mechanism, no need to pay the tax amount to the seller. So only base amount will be credited to the seller and this same amount will pay. By removing this, that is regular tax. Regular tax means we have to pay the tax amount to the seller. In case of TCS on purchase, just we enter it here, TCS on purchase. So here, for example, base amount is 32,000. So on 32,000, 1%. So 320. TCS we have to pay the seller. So here we have to mention minus because here title is deductions. So minus. For example, fines and penalties. If the seller vehicle is having penalties and they asked us to reduce the penalty, so we can reduce the fines and penalties on behalf of the seller. Here we will enter the description. Fines and penalties of AB government. Suppose 300 rupees. So this 300 will be deducted from the payment. So we will collect here and we have to pay to the government. So AP government, some other government is there, UP government, suppose 200. So 500. So whatever we are entering values here it is deducting. In case of adding, we have to make it minus. So for TCS on purchases, so minus value. So we have to pay to the seller. For MSTC, any amount is adjusted from EMD amount. Here itself we can adjust that EMD amount. So here MSTC EMD account adjustment. Suppose out of 37,000, 10,000 is adjusted from EMD account. Here we will enter 10,000. So this 10,000 is deducted from the payable value. So this will be posted in the vehicle ledger. So in this way we can enter vehicle inward as well as TCS on purchases and MSTC EMD reductions and fines and penalties and regular tax and reverse charge tax mechanism. GST for within the state and IGST for the out of the state. Okay. So here already entered transactions are there. I will show you the list of the vehicles. Here table, here list. So refresh. These are all the rough data we entered. So to see the transaction details, for example, right click and view journals. So you can see what are all the transactions, debit or credits, where ledgers where what are the accounts affected, we can see here. This is RCM, so reverse charge mechanism, so that debit and credit input and output affected here. For other, you can see journals. So here 3,200 and purchase scrap. This is fines and penalties of AP government. This is fines for UP government fines. So like that we can see here vehicle classes we can check buses how many and cars how many and all how many. So brand make. So here Honda, Bajaj, Ashok Leyland, like that makers we can filter. Maker class also. So 5G, 2G, 3G, like that. That is Activa in case of. Like that makers class wise also we can filter the goods. Here petrol, diesel, electric, such kind of filtration. Colors and RCM type. Is it regular tax or reverse charge transaction or all transactions? And scrapped vehicle are pending for scrap. That also we can see. If the vehicle is scrapped, we can see under scrapped vehicles. So here there is no vehicles are scrapped. So here pending. So these are all the pending for scrapping. So lock status. So unlocked or locked. You can see. And here we can see by clicking this, we can see who added and added time description, and this is power edit, who edited. So how many times edited, here the remarks will be displayed here. So add, edit, delete, such kind of events. That is audit trail. Audit trail we can see it here. Same can be taken print as well. So here we have seen vehicles inward entry and list of the vehicles. After that, how to do payment. So here we'll go for the payments, add payment. Here set the payment and transaction date. So invoice from date and due date. Click here. For example, for all these vehicles, just select all the vehicles. On selection of vehicle, here total amount will be displayed. So for example, we are paying part amount. So here I am paying just 10,000. And here I am paying 10,000. So two only paying, I am not paying this and I am not paying this. For these two I am paying 10,000, 10,000. So 20,000 I am paying here. So here we have to select the bank. From which bank we are paying. So select the bank and transfer a check number, transfer number. Here we have to enter. So I am paying for two vehicles. So save. So payment transaction has been entered. If you refresh it here now, you see already paid amount is 10,000, 10,000. For these two, nothing is paid. So due amount is this one. This is the transaction amount, paid amount, and due amount. Next time you can pay another amount. So the full and final settlement you can do, but same like this. So here we have to check and the transfer number we have to enter. In this way we can do the payments. On double click we can see the transaction. That is what are the vehicle, who is the seller, and vehicle RC details here and seller details here. So in this way we can do the payments. Next, ledger of the vehicle. After payments we can see balance summary. So refresh. See, these are all the balances summary. So 4 vehicles we received. So debit how much and credit how much, closing balance is how much. For example, I'll double this vehicle. So this is vehicle inward only, is there no other transaction for this vehicle. I'll see for this one. See, 160,000 is the vehicle inward cost, and this is EMD adjustment is 10,000, and TCS we have to pay is 1600. So all to be paid is this much for this vehicle. Next, this one we will see. See, 32,000 is the vehicle cost, and fines and penalties 500, and we already made payment for 10,000. So net balance is 21,500. Similarly, this also. So 27,300 is cost and 10,000 we made payment, so balance is there. So by double clicking, we can see the complete ledger of the vehicle, and this is the summary. If anything is zero, we can exclude the zeros here. Suppose 100 vehicles we received and paid for 50 vehicles. Here all vehicles will be displayed by ticking this. By removing this, zero balances accounts will be removed. Only whatever balance is available, then only it will show it here. So exclude or including zero balance vehicles. So here seller type also we can see individual how many and government how many. This category wise, these categories we can define at the time of creating suppliers. So multiple categories can be defined. So this is balance summary vehicle ledger. On entering vehicle ledger, we can see the ledger as earlier we had seen from the summary. Next, vehicles stock. So this is vehicles stock status. By clicking it here, we can see the vehicles stock status. Here cars 3 and buses 1. To see the details of 3 vehicles of cars by registration wise, click it here. See, now you can see registration. This is the registration number, chassis number. On double click, we can see the vehicle details. By removing this, we can see grouping of vehicle wise. See, cars 3 and buses 1. If any bikes is there, it will show. Tractors are there, it will show like that. So this is stock report for the vehicles. To see the all stock. So apart from the vehicle, in the organization, some other stocks are also available. For that, stock status, and this is consolidated stock. So here all stocks will be shown. Cars, buses, and other materials like any spares or office material, such kind of things. So this is stock view. Now scrapping process. In scrapping, two kind of process are there. One is here batch process. Here we will directly convert vehicle to the scrap material. And second one is consumption and production. In consumption, we will first consume the scrapped vehicles. After that, we will enter the production based on the production weights. So first we will see batch process. So in this batch process, here we will enter, suppose for example car. So we entered car. Here 3 cars are there. I am selecting car number 1. Enter. Submit. Second car also I am selecting. So 2 cars I am selecting for the scrapping. So 2 cars with the registration number and the weight. This is car 1, and this is weight of this registration vehicle car. So 1580 kgs. So here scrap iron. So I got iron of 1200 kgs. So here for this 1200 kgs price will be calculated based on value. See, these 2 vehicles total is 59,300. What we estimated. So here out of 59,300, here we can assign 50,000 for this iron. So approximate price has come as 41.667. Suppose scrap glass. Here instead of preparing base amount, we can enter base percentage. So on selection of percentage, base amount will be calculated. Here also same. All condition not be. So I got out of 1200, this is 200 glass. Assume that. So 10% here I make it 85%. So 85%. So in two ways, either percentage wise also you can calculate the cost price, or by entering that base amount also you can calculate the price. So quantity no need to match exactly, but whereas value to be matched to say this transaction. Okay, 59,300 value must be here. Otherwise, transaction will not be saved. So I will take the third item, rubber. Rubber has come suppose 300 to 200 I take. Okay. So here 85 percentage plus 10, 95 has finished, so I will enter it at 5%. Now the transaction will be saved. So 85% iron and 10% is glass and 5% is rubber. So this 59,300 is segregated accordingly. Here 1600 kg has come the production. Here is only 1580. So it doesn't matter because at the time of conversion more or less will happen, but amount should be matched. On saving this, these two cars will be reduced from the stock and these three items will be added in the stock at the cost price of this one. Okay. This is one type of conversion. The other type is here consumption. Will enter consumption, any reference is there. Here we have to create one account for the consumption. I will create and come back. So here I am creating one consumption account CN001 vehicle scrapping consumption and rotate to trading and P&L account. So consumption account has been created. So now we can consume the vehicles here. Consume means you can dismantle the vehicles here. So vehicle scrapping here, worker, contractor, employee you can select. So employee, which employee is doing the work, like that we can select. Next, here any description is there, we can enter. Here we will enter the car or bus or like that. So car. So this all three we are dismantling, and bus also we can dismantle. If only one vehicle is there, directly the charges number will come. Otherwise, it will ask for the charges. So on saving this 2,47,000 will be reduced from the stock, and we have to make production entry for this value only. So consumption and production value to be matched at the end. Okay, here production, we will enter the production, we will create one production account, and here we will enter the production, that is scrap iron, how much. Suppose scrap iron 1000 kgs, and we can, here price we have to calculate manually. So in batch processing, based on the percentage and based on the base amount, system will calculate the price. Here in the second method, user has to define the price. But at the end, consumption material value and production material value must be equal. So in this way we can do scrapping. Next, other financial transactions. See here we can see regular entries, that is purchases, sales, and purchase return, sale return, purchases costing. We can add expenses to the cost purchases, and as earlier I said, this is batch processing and consumption production. Scrap, we have seen all the features. Here vouchers, this is for receipts, payments, contracts, and JVs. Here debit note or credit note received. So supplier has to upload in the GST portal for whatever we are receiving, and debit or credit note issued. So we are issuing, so we have to upload in the GST portal. So vendor bills registered. This is vendor bills unregistered. So that is service bills such as air tickets or internet bills or insurance bills. Such kind of things can be entered here. Next, this is stock status, production report, consumption report, ledgers, here tax report. In JSTR1 we can create B2B CSV file and HSN CSV file for GST and offline tool. Here we can compare the file, the B2B invoice file, and this is for day transactions. Next, trial balance, detail and summary. After that, income statement, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So all the financial reports also you can get it through this application. Audit trail also available. Here we can see the audit trail. So user activities we can see. For more details, please ask us for a demo. Thank you very much.